After you have made your price adjustments, click on the CMA tab to see the CMA. You will notice there is one suggested price. In this case, it's $288,152. You will notice the information you typed in and the corresponding dollar amounts appear here towards the bottom of the CMA. You will also notice there is one suggested price. The suggested price comes from the adjusted prices of comparables 1, 2, and 3. Each of the adjusted prices represents what these properties would have sold for if they had the same features the subject property does. If you add these three adjusted prices together and divide by 3, it will show you the suggested price. In our case, it's $288,152. However, we strongly encourage you to give a price range to the seller and not one specific price. This is another place where the system is extremely flexible and can allow you to determine if you want to bump the price up a little bit or bump it down a little bit. To do that, it's pretty easy. Simply go back to the subject property and only under the subject property price adjustment, you'll notice two boxes. One says price range low, the other says price range high. This is for you, the agent, to give a range reflected in percentages of the suggested price, which was $288,000. In these two boxes, you can put whatever number you want to. Let's say I believe overall the subject property location is better, the subdivision sells much better than the comparables, and the overall appeal of the floor plan is just better. I think the seller could do a little bit better than 288. I think it could sell for 1% below the 288,000, but it could sell as much as 3% above. Go back to the CMA, and now you'll see a range in the bottom. This range reflects the percentages that you typed in for price range low or price range high. But let's say the inverse is true. Let's say the subject is really not as nice as the other comparables. It's very plain. There's really nothing special about it. I can go back to the subject under the price adjustment. And I'm going to say now this could sell for 3% below the 288 number and no percent above. And again, agents, these numbers are totally at your discretion. Whatever numbers you type in there will now be reflected on the price range. This is also good to give sellers a range to list in. If sellers want to push the price and say, well, why not list at $289,900? You can say that's great, but after 10 showings or 15 days in the market, whichever comes first, we got to drop down to $279,900. This way, I call it having a built-in price reduction in case the market is not accepting your price in the timeliness that it should.